It looks like they're ready. There they go, they're off and racing. And Ichihara didn't jump all that well. It's come out about second or third last, but not all that far off the leaders. They sort themselves out. Goldbender is just the leader from Agueda on the outside. Then the Dancers on Stars, followed by O'Barbie poking through in the middle. Ichihara, we've seen it lead at every start, but it's off the speed today after jumping only fairly. And Ptolemy back at the tail of the field, running to the 600. O'Barbie the leader. It's trying to cross over onto the fence, led from Agueda. Dancers on Stars third. It's still holding the inside running, though. The leader couldn't cross it, followed by Ichihara, who's run up behind the leading trio. And then Ptolemy wider out and just insert it. Goldbender. They're very compact coming for home. Favourites in a bit of froth and bubble, trying to get a run here with Dancers on Stars led. Agueda up on the outside. Ptolemy running on. Ichihara's gone back near the inside. He's gone for the whip on the favourite. It'll need to pick up. It's Dancers on Stars being joined by Agueda. He's had to change course on Ichihara. It's come across at right angles, but it's Dancers on Stars in front, and Dancers on Stars beat Agueda. Ichihara, well, nothing went right for the odds-on pop there, followed by Ptolemy, Goldbender, and O'Barbie was last in.
Oh, Gerald Ryan trains the winner of the 2012 Kindergarten Stakes. Dancers on Stars, number 1, the colt by Snitzel, takes it out for Glenn Schofield, beating number 4, Agueda. Didn't even pick that up before. And number 3, Ichihara. Well, no luck whatsoever for the short price favourite, but 1, 4, 3 as they go across the line. Rich?
Yeah, most definitely Caroline, and yeah, Glenn Schofield's right. He just kept holding that inside spot. He didn't want the others to cross, but of course, the unfortunate, the tail for the punters is Ichihara. She didn't begin brilliantly, and it wasn't any fault of Corey's, but he just had nowhere to go. He looked and ducked and dived a dozen times, but just couldn't get into clear room where he needed to be. Hugh Bowman on Agueda knew exactly where Corey Brown was. Around the turn, O'Barbie's in front. Agueda's outside it. Dancers on Stars punches up in the red with the silver stars on the inside, and then out wide comes Nash Cirilla on Batonomy. At this stage, Agueda gets to Dancers on Stars. The favourite's got nowhere. No room there, Corey. He's got to pull now, back around the heels. Back again. There's no gap there. Now he gets around the birds flown. They're off and gone, and Dancers on Stars holds off Agueda, the favourite Ichihara. Oh, unlucky, but they don't pay on being unlucky. And the maxi div, wow, $7.60, Caro.
Yeah, look, not much you could really do there. Corey, as you see there, Brian, just from your perspective, having a look at that, the gap just didn't come there on the fence. And look, I tell you what, she's a very tractable filly because it didn't seem to faze her too much being hauled around the place, but obviously just couldn't make up that ground.
No, for sure, Caroline. I mean, what else could have gone wrong? I mean, everything just went absolutely haywire there, and it didn't begin all that well, and Corey elected to just go a little bit quiet early, and that's fair enough, but from then on, she's, as everybody's seen, she's had no luck whatsoever. But this is a problem, even that you could be just jogging behind them. But with horses, as Richard said, Huey knew exactly where they were, where she was, and he wasn't going to give her any room. And Glenn gave him a bit of a sniff of a run on the fence, but then shut the door. So wherever he went, he just had to switch around. But no doubt it should have won for sure. But this horse has got, he's won a good race. He had a nice soft lead once Ichihara missed a kick, but he's going to improve, but all honours with him. All
right, 103.87 at the time, and Bruce has the winning trainer there. Gerald Ryan seems to be a great fit. Bruce, the Schnitzels and Gerald.
Yeah, well, yeah, Schnitzels and Gerald, and great season for your two-year-olds. And I'm not sure if that race panned out as anyone would have thought, but you've got the result.
Got the result. When Ichihara missed the start, it made me a lot more confident, but horse had done well. He come back really good. We gave him that extra time, and with intentions of running today and then going to Queensland with him because he's owned in Queensland. And so, he's a nice horse. He's no star. He's a nice horse, fresh horse on the scene today. So he had fresh legs in him, and the others have been around a little bit. So I was quite happy with him going on the race.
You say he's still learning, and he's a bit smarter this time in, though.
A lot smarter this time in. He done a lot wrong as a spring 2-year-old colt, and we threatened to geld him, but didn't want to do that because there's not a lot of him just yet. But nice little horse, going good, and it was good. Dynamic Syndications brought him in New Zealand, and I saw him down at the pre-training place just after he's broken in, and I asked if they'd sell him privately because these people had Dancers on Waves, and we had just sold her. I rung Brian while I was looking at him, and I said, want to buy a Schnitzel colt? And he said, yeah, rightio. So we've done the deal with Adam right away.
Fantastic, great result for them there in Queensland. Obviously, you're trying to target the size race or the...
Yeah, they're in Queensland. They come from the Gold Coast. They come down yesterday, ride Angel of Mercy run and stay on today. And she'll go to the Ken Russell Memorial and then the race at Doomben and perhaps the size. And we'll worry about the other race later because I don't think you'll get a mile.
Good stuff. Thanks, Gerald.
Thanks, Bruce.
Gerald Ryan winning here. Carolyn, as a horse comes back to scale.
Yeah, really nice type of horse by Schnitzel. As I said, originally sold to Dynamic Syndications for $95,000 from the NZB Premier sale in New Zealand from Highview. Schnitzel out of last Tycoon mare Star Net. She's after Miss Margaret, who was a dual Group 1 winner and an Oaks winner. A neck by 1 1/4 lengths, 103.87 the time, 34.83 for the final 600. 1, 4, 3 and 2 are the numbers. Glenn Schofield just had quite a nice little colt underneath him, and we'll see more wins in store for this little fella by Schnitzel. A nice colt for Gerald Ryan, and Glenn Schofield now heading over towards Bruce.
Michael,
He is, of course. Glenn back in action today, and straight into the winner's stall here on Dancers with Stars. Or Dancers on the Stars, of course. First use of the track. Seems a perfect surface out there today. And the winner pays $760 maxi. Well done, Glenn. The race got a bit strange when you saw the favourite, Mr. Start.
I was quite happy to see it because that meant he was bottled up and wasn't using his asset, which is his speed. You know, I was from barrier 1. I didn't really want to lead because I was presuming Corey would, but when he missed the kick, I was quite happy to hold everybody out and just make sure that I was there and ready to pounce.
Probably won you the race just holding that ground on the fence.
Yeah, I didn't want that horse of Nathan's to cross me. He was a first starter. I didn't want to sort of get shut in behind him and let everything go around me and I get held up. So I had to use my horse a little bit. He raced a little bit green still. Got a bit to learn, but it was a tough win.
All right, first feel of the track, obviously a great cushion out there.
Yeah, I see they run some time, but it definitely feels like it's got a bit of cushion in it.
Fantastic, and for a great day. Good luck to you, Glenn.
Thank you very much.
Glenn Schofield winning the first race of the day here with Dancers on Star for Gerald Ryan, and the first 5 goes under.